So here's the Micro. So just like the Mega, on the Micro, you really have 3 machines in one. You have basically 2 machines on the front and 1 machine on the back, okay? Front of the platform is where the spring's attached, so we always refer this to the front of the Micro, and where number 4 is going to be the back, okay? On the front of the Micro, you can do pulling exercise or pushing exercise, okay? It means that you can actually pull with the tension or pull against the tension, okay? On the back of the Micro, you can only do pulling exercise. So when you watch the videos, you'll see at the bottom of the screen if it's a pulling or a pushing exercise. One quick word about mounting and dismounting on the Micro. Always step on the platform first and on the carriage after, because sometimes the carriage, if sometimes the spring is not hooked properly, it just can fly out. So safety first the platform, then the carriage. A pulling exercise is basically characterized by at least 1 black spring. So the springs are actually attached at the head of the carriage. This is your carriage, and this is what we call the ring of fire. So we're gonna engage 1 spring, black spring, and then we'll do a pulling exercise on the front of the Micro. When you do a pulling exercise on the front of the Micro, you're basically using the spring to assist you in the lift, okay? The effort is to pull yourself up, not to push out. So you have to press the carriage out, but the effort is to pull the carriage back in. And in this exercise, she's gonna be using the back of the right leg. Let's say it was too difficult, we add a 2nd black spring, and that is gonna make the exercise easier because now you have more springs to help you to pull yourself up. So very important, if you do a pulling exercise on the front of the Micro and it's too difficult, you wanna add spring. The pushing exercises are characterized by the use of the red spring. So we're gonna engage the red spring. So you have 1 red spring up, okay? Hannah over here is gonna show you the skating. So skating, we'll do the right leg, so right foot on the platform, left foot on the carriage, okay? Bend legs, that's it, and you're gonna press the carriage out, just like that, beautiful. Now Hannah, keep your hips in position and just push the carriage out with the left leg only. There you go. So that's how you do the skating. Okay? Now, when you do the skating, now the effort is in pressing the carriage out and then resisting the carriage in. So very different from the pulling exercise on the front of the Micro. On the pulling, the effort is to bring the carriage in. On the pushing, the effort is on pushing the carriage out, but then resisting the tension on the way in, okay? You always must maintain control over the movement. When you have control, this is how you can strengthen, tighten, and tone the muscles. Now let's go about the pulling exercise on the back. You're gonna kneel on the back, she's gonna grab the carriage, put the hands on the ring of fire. Perfect. Drop your hips down a bit more, that's it, perfect. Now you're gonna bring the carriage out to you. So now what she's doing, she's pulling the carriage toward her, but now she's working against the tension. So when you do a pulling exercise on the front, you're working with the tension. When you do a pulling exercise on the back, you're working against the tension. All the exercise on the back end are more intense than the exercise on the front end. Lagree Fitness is a very mindful exercise. You really have to be present and you really have to focus on the movement. Make sure that you're present in your mind and make sure that you understand when you do a pulling exercise to really put your intention in bringing the carriage back in, and when you do pushing exercise, to really focus on pushing the carriage out. It's very intuitive on the Micro. Thank you for purchasing the Micro, and thank you for making Lagree part of your fitness journey. If you have any questions regarding the Micro or the method, please email us at info@lagreefitness.com.